The queen.
Welcome back to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T.
Hey.
Tonight we are reviewing Married to Medicine Season 8, Episode 12. Before we start, tell them what to do, D.
Smash that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
Woo woo.
Okay, so the episode starts off with quick little snippets. We got Anila and her mom. She's coming to visit with a huge bag, heavily trying to get her daughter out of the room. I usually skip over all this little part, but
I know what you're gonna say.
You already know.
I bet you we got the same notes.
So it was this little part where Jackie is telling the patient that she is 40. And she said they used to call that advanced maternal age, but now they call it elderly.
Well, can I just tell you, my notes say, tell Jackie to fuck off, because since when is 40 elderly? That sounds crazy.
You know what? It irritated me so much. First of all, I had my first one at 19, the second one at 38. On all of my paperwork, it had AMA, 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 advanced maternal age. And that used to irritate me so much. So it's like, at 19, they was like, you was a baby.
Right.
In your 30s, you are advanced maternal age.
Well, you do remember I had my last one at 38.
See, yeah, same
They
age.
did the same thing to me. And I was like, why are they trying to make it seem like I'm 100? Like, and this is the thing. I guarantee you I was the healthiest with my last one. You know,
Yeah.
I just feel like that was probably the easiest pregnancy I had out of all three.
I can't say that one, but he was so big, I was so miserable. But that's horrible. Why do y'all, first of all, as a mother, you already feeling sensitive and big and pregnant. And every time you go, they want to remind you of how old you are.
Every time.
Horrible.
But you know what? They did that to me when I was 31. Like, it's crazy because they were like, well, you know, you're older this time. And I'm like, yeah, but I was 20 the first time. So
that's my thing right there. Cause my cousin, shout out to Jane, she said they treated her the same way. And she was in her late 20s with her last son. So I'm like, so what is the right age? Because when I was 19, you was acting like I was a baby. And if she was in her late 20s, so when is the sweet spot? Just
who decided to use the
1
word
to
elderly?
25?
Like, what does that even mean, elderly? Because I feel like as a doctor, as a female doctor, Jackie, like, why would you even play into that? Why would you even want to, you know, it's because, you know, if your client is, if your patient is perfectly healthy, why do you want to get into any of that? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
I wish they would call me elderly. That's horrible. I ain't like the AMA, but I'm definitely not going for elderly. Now y'all wrong for that.
You know, looking back now, I think, like, to be honest, 38 should be in that window, like maybe even up to 45. You know what I mean? Because I feel like at 45, you know, I could have still done it.
I mean, we already know all of your mother, all of our aunties, they all did the 40 babies. So we know
all of us did.
All of them had the 40 babies. Yeah.
So, you know, it's funny. I feel like we have, like, there's a baby for each age group of cousins, like, you know, where they just have babies with each group.
Right. Well, that irritated us. So I'm sure that irritated a lot of people out there. So, and like I said, we usually snip over quick little snippets, but that one.
But I mean, they say, like, okay, I had to look at the definition. It says 65 is considered elderly. But I still don't think that's really elderly. Like, I guess it depends, because when you look at certain people, they don't come across like elderly, you know?
Yeah, but I can see you saying elderly in in matters of having a baby at 65,
Oh,
but
yeah.
for you to call that woman who just turned 40 elderly, like,
Stop.
come on. Yeah, let's
That could be being better to people that have babies. Like, baby shouldn't be baby doctor. Because she be acting like, because she didn't have any.
She says
She
some
got a mean streak.
stuff like she did with Buffy. She has a mean streak. And
Yeah.
what it is, some days she might come in and feel some kind of way because of it. And then she just spews out at people, because that's
like, I feel like even with like when my clients come in and the conversation of gray hair comes up, I'm always careful about that. Like, I don't want to, I want to be like, well, you're elderly, so
You're elderly.
Of course your hair is gray.
Goodness gracious. So Anila meets Quad for lunch. Quad says that Anila brings a youthfulness that she's been yearning for in the group. I could see that. The other ones kind of Simone and Jackie and them, sometimes they act a little too old.
They act old, but I was gonna say it honestly, even though they're very different, Quad and Mariah had that youthful relationship when they were, they had fun. When they were friends, they were fun.
They did have fun together.
So I get how Anila would make her feel like, okay, I can have fun. Like, she's married and she got kids, but she's not like boring. She wants to.
And Toya should have been in that group, but she don't act like that.
She's mean.
Yeah. But she should have been part of the fun girl group. Even when they was going out, and I remember they was on the one trip and the bus broke down and she just whining and dragging and, oh my God, I don't walk on the side. Like, it was nothing fun.
Toya's not fun. She's a mean drunk, and she's pretty like mean when she's not drunk.
It's gonna be Quad, Anila, and Contessa. That's gonna be the little fun group.
Well, now is it? Contessa, because she's got me a little confused right now, but okay.
So, excuse me. Anila says Toya was a different person when she first met, but in front of other people, she makes her seem small. And Quad said, now Toya, of all people, like, of all the people, you let her make you feel small. And she said, then Quad said, you don't get in front of people and belittle your friends. If you are true friends, Toya is fake as fuck, period. She does that.
I don't know if I get fake from Toya, but I get that she's just mean as fuck. And she also like does belittle her. It was cool when she was, her tag along, her +1. Let me show you this. Let me show you that. And then when Anila started making friends on her own, and I would imagine it's the same thing in the neighborhood. Like, once she got friends with the people in the neighborhood, then Toya want to throw dirt. Like, maybe we don't have to go tennis together. Maybe I could go tennis with these neighbors over here. But Toya strikes me as a type that if you're not, like, if you only get to go when I say.
When I say
you go.
And those are my friends, not your friends.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And for me, I always feel like if I introduce people to each other and they get along, that means next party I have, I know who's coming because everybody's already friends. I don't look at it. I don't understand that mentality. And she's
it is girls out there like that. Like, that's my friend. You met her through me. You can't.
So y'all can't talk to each other unless you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's weird.
Be careful of them type of friends.
Sometimes though, you have friends that you introduce to each other and you already know, like, these two are probably gonna be BFFs. They are,
they act like, yeah, because normally don't be like, you gotta meet such and such. You guys will get along.
You guys will get along good. And so then if y'all are going to lunch and that kind of stuff without me, I'm not hurt because I knew y'all were gonna get along. That's why I introduced you to each other. I don't, get that whole thing. But, Toya has so many issues with being insecure
That's
I don't know if I noticed this as much before as I have. Like, she got an issue with everyone. She can't like talk to Quad like that. That's why that's not gonna work. She not finna make Quad feel belittled.
yeah.
So
Nobody else though. Nobody in the group.
no.
So Anila is her target because she can't. Well, Anila and Lisa Nicole apparently,
But
but
they're weaker, like
Yeah.
in terms of speaking up for
she
themselves.
can't even talk to Carrie like that.
No, and I bet she doesn't try it.
Mm-mm. So Toya, Simone, and Contessa is out for dinner.
Hmm.
This is Contessa and Toya being together is a little like now y'all buddy.
But
But
did that happen? Because she walked outside and said, "Are you okay?"
I guess that's all it took.
Hmm.
No, y'all was just fussing about her not having her shoes on in your house and all of that.
She was a dumb bitch who disrespectful and don't know how to talk to people.
Right. Toya says she hoped they can move past their history and move on to a better place. So that's her hope for her and Contessa. But then they get to talking about Anila. And she says she's known Anila for a couple of years, and Anila has showed her that she is not loyal. Contessa asks, what have you said about her though? And Toya says nothing. Well, clearly you did, or it wouldn't be a issue.
Not only that, you weren't nice to her. So you keep trying to dog somebody in front of people, and she maybe wasn't doing that before, but something about Anila being on this show has, you know.
And I'm shocked that she did say that she know her for a couple of years, because you know that's one of the things that's going on. You don't really know the people. So here's saying that she do know the person. So the fact that she's treating her like that after you know this person for some years is off-putting. Is it because you're on camera now, like you said?
I would say so. Unless they just, you know, did they know each other or did they know of each other?
Right.
So now they're in a place where, you know, and maybe you were being salty towards Mariah, so you jumped right on that. I got an Indian friend, you know. I mean, was she on that anti-Mariah side? I don't know, because you don't, well, you know what? Quad says she was fake. I don't know, because she was the only one that would film like had a relationship with Mariah, but then her and Mariah was fighting, like physically fighting each other.
Off the that's how we got introduced to her. Yeah. And,
I don't know.
And you went and told some shit about Mariah.
You said something big, like you said her kid wasn't by the father.
You told the worst thing you could have ever.
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe she has just been this asshole all this time.
I've never liked her.
It just went over our head.
I've never liked her, but it was a whole lot of other stuff going on. And that's the thing, like Mariah was there. There were other people that were just far way more interesting than, because Toya doesn't do shit. Like, who gives a shit about her closet? And she don't dress that great for you to be so focused on her clothes. So,
which she should be. If you don't do shit else, the least you could do is give us the fashions, honey. You don't even give us that.
You don't give us the fashions.
So Contessa says she's not self-aware. She said, Toya says, every time I bring somebody around, they stab me in the back at first. So that was a little dig
at Anila
to Contessa. She said every time I bring
so
they stab me in the back at first. So yeah, that was towards Contessa. So you still, 1 minute you saying you hope they could put it behind you, then the next minute you doing a little jab.
But Contessa, like, I know Toya's an asshole, but I'm side-eyeing you. Like, you know, she's not self-aware. You know that y'all have had this, you know, ongoing, not even just this season, but the season before. You and Toya almost came to blows, you know. So why is it so important for you to, and Simone, I don't even know what she's doing. She don't.
Simone ain't
You
got
know what?
nobody.
I feel like Simone is, this is why they don't get along. Simone is just as messy as Heavenly. Heavenly just blurts it out. And Simone
Yeah.
does these little slick shit. You
Because
know?
that's some slick shit. And all of a sudden you hanging. And then we're gonna see later on you have a couples dinner.
That's just some slick shit too. Like,
yeah.
you can invite us over. We're not about to like expose our problems. That just doesn't at a dinner party. That's not why I came. That's stressful. Why am I? No.
So Simone says to Toya, you have some valid issues with pain. Does she though?
I didn't catch any valid issues, but go off.
She asked if she had reached out to Anila, and she said, "Oh, bitch ain't loyal," and she started laughing. And they're looking at her and they're like, "We're not laughing." At this point, if you paid attention, it had went from daytime to night. So they had been there for a while. And at this point, when she was laughing, I was looking at her. I was like, Toya's fuck.
How many drinks has she had?
And
now?
she's drinking brown ass liquor. Not no cute little drink. She ain't got nothing, you know.
I seen a highball. Straight
brown liquor. And it was still filled like this.
It was filled up.
That ain't, you ain't sipping on that one. How many is that? Because at this point, her whole face looked different. Her whole face had that drunk.
She was glassy.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is her problem. This is her problem.
I think that's part of her problem. That's a big part of her problem. But really, like, I've come across these girls over the years that like will come to the salon and get their hair done like 5 times a week and going to get nails done. And I always think, how much freaking hair and nails can you get done? I'm sick of looking at you. Like, even though you're paying me, like, I don't really even need to look at you again to blow dry your hair. Like, that's all you have to do is go to the mall. And, you know, so that's not fulfilling.
And that's part of it. She's not fulfilled. She doesn't have anything to do. Well,
and she hates that her husband does.
She hates that he has something. But here's the thing. You got a degree. You went to school. I don't know. What they say, she went to school to be a teacher or something?
I mean, a lot of people have a degree. So, and a lot of people have a degree in something they don't want to do.
And then you said at one point you was helping him with his office. I mean, figure it out what the hell it is you want to do. Like, you are in a position.
Wasn't she the one doing the vitamins? Like they was giving the shots with their IV.
She don't need to do no shots because she told his little ass up. She
doesn't need to be doing anything medical, but you know,
she's in a position though that most people will want to be in. You have a choice. Like, it's not a money thing. Your bills are taken care of. Your kids
go discover what it is.
Care of whatever in the world, and you have the money that you want to do right now. You could seriously do that. And I'm not understanding why
she wants to drink in her closet.
It's to lay in the closet. Yeah, that's what she chose to do, and you mad at it. Oh my goodness.
Because even like, so, because she has this thing with the doctors, but Quad came on there as a doctor's wife.
Absolutely.
And she started getting like deals with clothing lines, and she got the sister circle thing. Like, Quad has always got something. She still will.
The little
and not for nothing. This
whole puppy clothing line.
This whole season been boring until Quad got back. So
because she come with the lines.
Thank God they brought her, like, because I mean,
oh my goodness,
Heavenly can't do it by herself.
You're right.
My girl being another asshole.
Quad and Heavenly, baby. If it wasn't for them two, this would be some boring.
It would be terrible. You know.
Ooh, I love to see them two together. Quad and Heavenly, though. They talk.
And I like Anila as an addition to their.
Yeah. It's cute.
It's cute.
So Anila family is celebrating Holy. Holy, Holly, Holly, Holy,
Holy.
Holy, Holy, Holy Moly Donut Shop. All right, Holy. Okay. It's a festival of colors and it signifies good over evil. And you make amends with whoever you have issues with. Everybody should be in the holy right now because everybody got issues with somebody. So they dress in all white and they throw this color powder on each
Why is the answer always to make amends? Maybe you don't make amends. Maybe you just cut the ties and let it go.
That's what I do.
Yeah, be making amends. That seems now I'm stressed and I
I'm
feel holy, I
straight.
feel angry.
I'm not angry, but I cut ties. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unnecessary stress I don't need.
Why am I doing that?
She didn't make up holy. That's what they've been celebrating. So, you know.
It's a nice thought.
Yeah. So this year she want to do holy in combination with a 5-year-old's birthday party because she's trying to show her husband that she can save some money. That was nice. Because I think a lot of these housewives would have been like, such and such birthday, look, Mercedes birthday, and then, you know.
And it's a $50,000 birthday party for a 5-year-old.
Yeah, who really just want to go take a nap.
Holy makes sense that the adults were there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they're not there for the girls' baby's party.
No, they're not. Nobody, Katessa, but shoot, Katessa's daughter was the one talking about, do I
gotta go here?
Nobody got babies that little. She's inviting all the girls. She's unsure about Toya as of yet, but she invited everybody else. So now they're showing Jackie, and she has a meeting with Volition, which is a she want to talk to them about a cosmetic line.
Jackie is the new Candy.
Isn't she making all of the money moves while they over there arguing about stupid stuff?
Isn't that what you should be doing though, honestly?
Capitalize while you can.
Come on.
This gravy train ain't gonna be around long.
Not forever.
She expressed that African-American women selections in the stores about that big, which is true this day after all this time.
I will say, out of all the stores that you go in, Target seems to be the most diverse in like bringing people in and seeing what happened. Like it's up to you whether your product sells, but I do see Target like bringing in product lines, you know, for everybody. But for the most part, you don't see it.
And you know that product line at Walmart is small. If they could lock it all up in one case.
One thing. And that's another thing. Like with the way Target setup is, it's not an African-American section. It's, you know, it just makes it feel more like, you know what I mean? It's spread out. It's put out there where everybody else's stuff
Right.
is. You know what you're looking for. So I like it like that. I don't want it to be this thing in this corner where, okay, y'all go over there.
Here the black products.
Right. Right.
We got 2 of each. Don't let 3 of y'all niggas come up in here.
I mean, this is what we got.
So she's talking to them about sunscreen. She said Black women don't wear it because it leaves that little white film on their skin. I don't like it either. I put it on my baby. Me and my baby's brown. My baby, we bronze out in the summertime. I put that on him. He came out there looking like a ghost.
Ashy. Yeah.
I'm like, wipe this off. We ain't going nowhere looking like this. So yeah. Do something about that, people. We do need sunscreen too, but we're not going out like that. That's just horrible. So good luck to you, Jackie. If you got,
I think it's somebody out there thinking about that.
Yeah, if you got it, we got you. Cause we can't just.
We don't have no other options. So
yeah, what's his name? Copper Tone. That don't work for us. It don't work.
Girl, we ain't gonna get into it, but some of us need all the help we can get. So I spray on that Captain Jack. I be glazing.
Looking like glazed donut.
Bring it on. Bring it on back to black,
Oh,
y'all.
goodness. So Simone has the couples over for dinner. Toya and Eugene, Contessa and Scott. Why she ain't invite Jackie and her husband? They supposed to be trying to make a amends.
Because she's not trying to make amends.
Because I can understand if you ain't want Heavenly, because y'all not tight, but you really supposed to be trying with Jackie at this point.
Maybe Jackie doesn't want to do that stupid shit. Nobody wants to do that. Whole thing sounds like a terrible idea. So she's probably like, Jackie ain't coming. Jackie and Curtis just getting, they don't need to have discussions.
They don't want to have that. They don't want to have that. That's what I was gonna say. Her history of the get-togethers, they don't go too good. You know,
I wouldn't want to go to that though. Like, I
he
mean,
always come up with some dumbass shit.
I'd rather go back to Quiet's house and do the twerk contest because that don't make sense to me.
And you ain't want to do the twerk, so now you ready to twerk.
I'll be ready to twerk because I just like in the reality of things, everybody's relationship has baggage. Why am I taking? I'm getting dressed up to go to somebody's house to go
argue with your man. To go argue with your man.
Oh,
because her game is gonna be, let's list the shit that our husband do to piss him off.
Go play that. Not only that, I don't really want to share that with you. Why am I telling you our business?
Is she a miserable person?
People share nothing yet.
They ain't going to. They put it on everybody else. That's horrible.
No.
So prior to dinner, they have a little small chit chat, and Eugene says, even when we're not mad, our banter can be aggressive to some. And then Toya could be like, you have an attitude and I'm perfectly fine. And I'm like, I'm not the one with the attitude. You got an attitude. And then Simone says, I feel like for men, it's hard for you to own it. And then Toya says, I feel like doctors have a hard time owning it.
See, here we go again.
Yeah,
we back on
straight. She goes straight to the doctors. She got to do with the doctors. But what I did get is it's something going on between Eugene and Toya, because he been a little vocal lately.
How long do you think a person can deal with that shit? He's tired of that. Even her kids are tired of it. They be like, leave him alone. When we watch every week, we be like, try to leave him alone.
We do. Everybody. Oh my goodness. Scott and Contessa shows up. While they waiting on them to come to the door, he says, what if they down in the boom boom room? What if this is one of freaky parties?
That would have been better.
That would have been, yeah, they probably would have had a better time if it was a freaky party.
They have summer candies, magic water bottles at the door.
Right. Not the
that would have been a better party.
Oh my goodness. So the producers asked Simone if she had to pick a couple to swing with, who would she pick? And she said she said Scott and Contessa. I'm sorry.
Nobody wants to get it on with Eugene except Toya.
Or Curtis. No.
Yeah. I'm like, well, Scott ain't bad and Contessa's hot, so that was easy.
That would be the one.
That was easy.
You ain't getting close to Heavenly's man, so y'all can with that.
I don't want to see that either, though.
Yeah.
I'm
good. So Caesar said you want to swing with somebody that knows what they doing. That's what he said. Because she did say she been to the swingers party, so.
Okay.
She said she believes Contessa had the highest freak number. She did have the highest freak number at the thing, though. She got the big part.
Maybe it's just her and Scott. She might be a freak. I just don't see them being freak of each other.
Now that may be true.
Because they don't give off no vibe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they really.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Let me see what I leave off. Okay, so at the table, they talk about problem solving. Toya says COVID has heightened their problems. She says, we talked about that. The kids see them bickering, and the oldest tells her to leave that alone. He's trying.
I'm confused.
Mhm.
Like, I get how that's true for most people, but Eugene's a doctor, so he still was going to work, and Toya does nothing. So what? Her problems were because she couldn't go to the mall?
But she had to deal with them kids. Like that was.
They're her kids, though.
I've been saying that the whole COVID with all
I just have not understood
parents
this
that
whole thing that people are like, oh my God, these kids got to get out of here.
they was mad they couldn't take the kids to the grandparents' house. And here's the thing. I have a son who goes, Didi, who goes to grandparents' house every day. Every day. One, he feel like he's supposed to go over there. One, he feels like one day he needs to go over there. Now, mind you, they live close. So he feels like because they're so close,
You can do that.
house every day. But that's just him doing that. Now, one time during COVID that I feel like, oh my God, I need a break from this baby and
This child.
go.
But you know, even before that, I always felt like for me, when the school is over, like I'd be glad, like the kids is glad.
Yeah.
And other parents be like, oh my God, I can't wait for them to go back to school. And I'm like, really? Because then we gotta all do homework and stuff. Like I'm enjoying the summer break. Like I don't get this whole thing when people don't want their kids at.
I'd be like, stay with your mommy. Don't go over there. He'd be like, but I can't. I need to go. I'm like, no.
And then I'm like, Toya, your kids don't want to even hang out with you. They want to play video game.
First of all,
they're not little kids.
And as big as that house is, you're not bothering with them kids. Like y'all got
no, and they're not little. Like she could be in her closet all day long if she wants to. They'll be fine.
You don't have to go. They go bother you when they ready to eat. When they ready to eat. And I'm pretty sure even then she probably still kept her little nanny to cook or something over there. I'm sure. But and then even if that, you got all the money to have all the food in the house. They fine. Y'all got pools, game rooms. You ain't like y'all was.
You don't just even want them in the house.
Yeah. And
when she was taking them to school, like that's the thing I hate. Like I hate that car loop thing. You gotta drop your kids off and pick them up. That's the part I hate.
You know what? I was looking at that and because Didi finna start school. And I remember I used to call the sister circle. I'm like, I'm finna go sit out here in the sister circle for hours.
If you get there early, then you're just waiting.
Yeah.
So then
I get there early because if you don't get there early, then you're gonna be in line again for either way, you're gonna be in line for hours.
I don't. I used to just wait and be late and be like the last one pulling up because I'm like, it's not gonna be faster. You're just sitting there in the car. So yeah, I'm confused by all of that. Toya, okay, girl.
All right. Let's see. Scott says he walks away before he gets to the point of anger and frustration. That irritates me too.
That was mean. That's mean. That somebody's trying to express, but can I just say, like, I don't know what it's going to take for us to make Contessa happy. I just don't. I just feel like if I was Scott, I might have to just walk away. I don't understand. She started getting all worked up. He said, relax, and she was offended. She said, what did she call it?
She said,
that's dismissive.
Yeah. She said, what did she say? She said, no, not relax. Just say, I'm sorry I hurt you.
We weren't talking about you. We were supposed to be talking about a hypothetical situation.
That's why I don't like some
like you're upset. Seems like you're upset. So I think the normal thing to do would, like, he reached out to her and touched her hand and was like, relax, and she got mad.
How about quit beating around the bush? If you feel like he's cheating, just come out and say it, because all this other stuff that you're nagging about, that's not your issue. Your issue is he either got caught cheating or you feel like he's cheating.
Well,
And
let's don't at the dinner
say
party.
that.
Let's-
Just say
let's
that.
Let's don't do it at Simone's house.
No, not at Simone's house, but just go and have that argument with him, because
You think they haven't? You think she's never said that?
no, because she's picking.
I just don't have time for that.
It's other little stuff that she's picking. Every time you see her, her argument is about other little things.
Well, see, I would have already done put my fist through the wall.
And even what he said, he just walk away. Don't walk away when I'm trying to have a conversation.
That can cause
Me off.
violent behavior. Walk away and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't do the walk away good.
I don't recommend that whole thing where you walk away.
Eugene says sometimes your wife critiques you not to make you better, but to tear you down.
Oh, but we see her do that all the time. She sat up there and was like, eat a biscuit and shut up.
That's what she told him. Fat ass.
And then you wonder why your kids is like, leave him alone.
Yeah.
She's confused. She
Yeah,
is
she's
not
been-
self-aware. She was confused by that.
Who?
Toya.
Her son saying that?
Yeah.
Because she has tunnel vision. That's the thing. She's never at fault. That's what they were saying. She don't see herself in no situation. It's always what somebody's doing to her, not what she's doing. She can't see that she's
So
doing.
this is why she doesn't have any friends, except
Mhm.
Simone, who wants to basically embarrass her.
Basically, Contessa says she's been guilty of doing that, and she also says she's been told that she don't do shit.
What does that mean?
I mean, you talking about you was doing all that shit with the little girl homework and stuff. You just got caught in a lie because you was just told that you don't do shit. So
You don't, because you asked the child, do you know how to read? Why don't you know if your kid knows how to read? That's funny.
so
Yeah, I'm like, she doesn't. And I was confused then, like when they were talking about the homeschooling, and he was like, well, they might as well just sign up for a class. I think he was apprehensive about sending them back to school.
right. And she didn't want to do that because she don't do shit.
She ain't cooking because she was bringing home McDonald's.
And Scott was cooking. Then it was you ain't cooking like I said to cook and what I told you to cook, and you ain't doing it right.
I can't make her happy. I'm sorry. It's too stressful. I'm with Scott.
She
Scott,
said
don't
it's
worry.
not the whole thing is just not healthy anymore. Cecil was like, oh God, this is bad. Simone, damn it. Here you did it again. Cause
Please still stop. You're fully aware of the sorcery that goes on. Cecil is the one that fills him up with cocktails. That's why
I was gonna say, did Cecil and Simone sit down in the
yes. They set them up. They have them
created it
drunk
up.
on live. They got what's her name? Toya and Lisa Nicole drunk on live, talking shit about people. They didn't really.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody's mad at them.
They the devil advocate, huh? They
the devil.
doing the little puppet straws.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just say at the end, they are just tearing each other down instead of lifting each other up, just trying to see who's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't trying to work together now. It's just about who's gonna win. And Eugene lift his glass up in agreement, like, here, sister.
What a great time was had by all. The food was good.
The food did look good, you know, but yeah.
Now everybody gets in their car and they go,
Well, after the end, you know, with all of that, Contessa, after all the arguments, Contessa and Scott said that he is going to stop running away from the arguments. And Contessa said that she'll quit bugging him by going to counseling. And then Scott said, I'll start romancing you more. And then all was well for the night.
Well, good job, Simone. You fixed it.
You did it, Simone.
You did a good job.
Oh my goodness. Don't ever invite me over there for anything.
Nah.
Okay, so now finally we made it to Anila's holy / birthday party.
That was beautiful.
It was so nice.
She decorated the hell out of that. And it's funny because her husband said how much, and I was thinking the same thing. I was like, ooh, that looks expensive, but it was beautiful.
It was pretty. It was. It had a whole elephant.
I was like, it's an elephant bush, and I want to go to that party.
Contessa and Toya, they riding together. Toya says Anila came to her house and she apologized and she invited her to the party. Contessa asked if Quad was coming, and because she didn't have any kids, she didn't know if she was coming. And Toya says she don't have a husband and she keep coming to stuff.
Is she invited?
She was invited. Hater.
Pretty much. I'm just saying.
Jackie,
she don't have a husband.
Yeah, that's what started the whole thing, the beef between y'all in the first place. You
mad because Quad gonna be out here getting some action, and you got to give Dr. Eugene his shot in the butt for he can.
No, she worried Quad gonna do a Portia and snatch up Eugene. You keep worrying about her ever since her ass broke.
I don't think definitely Quad don't want that.
Heck no.
She had that with Dr. Greg, and she wasn't trying to do that.
Horrible. Jackie and Heavenly shows up. Jackie got her do-rag on and everything. Typical Black girl, if I'm finna go get my hair wet, I'm finna wrap this thing up.
You heard what Carrie said?
Carrie gonna say, is that Jackie and Heavenly or the help?
See, that's the stuff I'm talking about with that lady. That's the stuff I'm talking about.
She been pissing me off just ever since she been on the show.
Her presence makes me very uncomfortable. I just don't.
Shit, that had to be the help.
Why you use that term though? Terminology.
But
that's how you think?
That is exactly how she
Jackie looks like
you have to listen. They let you know.
Just like when she was at Quad's house and was like, we have an investment home like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh, I can't with that one. I can't. Anila mom. She starts talking to the girls about Anila. That was cute. And then she went into the whole thing about when Anila got her period. She said she ain't tell her dad because they're not allowed to go in the temple if they have their period. And then Neela says you can't get married while they're on your period either, which, hey, that work out for everybody. You know, I don't want to get married on my period either. So.
Nah. I would definitely be planning a schedule that would make for a fun honeymoon.
Yeah, let's make sure we stay away from that week.
Yeah.
So that works out for everybody. Heavenly is riding on a horse. Carrie, once again, the first one who says, I'm worried for the horse.
Why are we doing that?
And then Lisa Nicole says, are you sure the horse is okay? Because she's going to say it out loud. Carrie did at least say it to Lisa. But Lisa Nicole won't say it out loud.
Are you that much smaller than Heavenly, Lisa Nicole?
That's what I said. Why is she on Heavenly's weight? Lisa Nicole ain't looked in the mirror.
Heavenly's not fat.
So look unsteady. His back is really dipping in. Why?
What grown person?
Y'all looking like, once again, mean girls on the sideline talking shit.
It's it's a mean girl when you're in high school. When you're a grown adult and that's what you do,
So
it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
it's horrible.
Okay, girl. We're calling Heavenly fat. And you look like you about the same size as her.
So when she got off, she got it right back. Heaven was like, is that your stomach? Melissa.
Why you come for Heavenly? What did you think was gonna happen? And listen,
every time.
you're not ready for any of that. I don't even know why. Carrie maybe got something to come back at you with it, but Lisa don't.
She don't. And then she about her gastric bypass.
Heavenly always go straight to somebody don't have a man or can't keep a man. That shit's weak too.
That's the first thing she gonna go to. But she know too with Lisa Nicole. Lisa Nicole don't want to talk about that husband. So
well, you shouldn't have stayed off of TV.
All she can say is, so what? We still together.
Congratulations.
Oh, shoot. So
okay, girl.
Get into it, and Neela's like, look, shit, this is a kids' party. Now we ain't gonna be doing all this at the kids' party.
And they hollering. But that's
They
what I'm
hollering.
saying.
At this point,
hollering.
the B words get the flying and all of that, and the babies is over there.
Heavenly cussing at the party, Toya cussing in front of the kids in the car.
Oh my God.
And you know her kids hear that all the time.
Oh
you
yeah.
Know, Toya,
Oh yeah.
You know Toya be going off at her house.
She ain't think nothing of it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Quiet come in like, what's going on? Like, is this a kid's party supposed to be? What she say? It's supposed to be holy, not a holy mess.
Oh, quiet.
Goodness. So then Toya and Contessa, they show up late. Anila goes up to him and she says to Toya, why you late to my party? And Toya said, just say hello.
2 hours though. 2 hours late to a kid's party. So they had to wait on her before they could cut the cake and stuff. They had to wait on Toya and them.
And here's the thing, your kids and her kids do play together. So they probably was waiting on them because she did keep saying her daughter like to go over to a house and everything. So you know. And it wasn't, you know, a big thing her to say why you late. Yes, what people say when you late like that.
2 hours late. You should
late.
be like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It was traffic. Say something. 2 hours late. That's a long time to be late to a party.
Because the kid party don't even last that long.
No, and not at a kid's party. You should probably maybe just don't even come. Like it's not like this in the night, you know. The
food is gone. How about that?
I bet that food was good. It was probably some Indian food.
You know, yeah, because Heavenly had said something about some peppers being on the corn. And she was like, why you got peppers on the corn? She like, because we Indian. Yes, I know that was some good spicy food. You know, I mean my spices.
I would have enjoyed tasting it. I like it spicy.
Yes. So the Saholi starts, and I think it was hilarious because all the black girls had on their bonnets. They had the big.
Your hair gonna have all that stuff in it.
Because it's just too much for us. We sorry, y'all. All that powder and stuff, it tastes too much.
I mean, if I did it, my hair probably still look like a rainbow. It'd probably not come out of my hair.
It probably wouldn't. And then them and us, we would have to take this stuff out and get it installed, and ain't nobody doing all that.
Got her wig from the dollar store. She just gonna throw it away.
That was the way to go.
Yeah.
And it was a cute little wig too.
Cute. Yeah.
So I ain't bad at her. Quad was running her ass off. They was trying to chase Quad. Quad was zigzagging through there.
She wasn't getting her
nobody on her head. Yeah. Contessa gonna say she was running like Greg was there.
That was a fun read. That was funny.
So they had fun. It was stuff all over. That seemed like that's a little fun activity. I ain't never did Holly, but I mean, last job previous, they had like the color run, which was so, that's fun.
Listen, I go with the color powder. I go with the twerking. We're not finna do relationship advice at Simone's house. So, and
That
she wasn't there.
relationship
And what was
tic-tac-toe.
happening? She wasn't there, and everybody had a good time.
That is true. She didn't pull nobody to the side and say, we gotta talk.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Heavenly and Toya, Heavenly and Lisa Nicole. You guys are gonna have to sit down and work through your
No,
problem.
they don't, because Heavenly don't fuck with Lisa Nicole. Period.
So Anila says how Holy was about forgiveness, and then she tried to make Toya and Quad make amends. She said, you guys has had a great friendship. And Toya was like, how do you know? And Quad was like, she got her own issues with Toya. She need to work them out.
True.
And so at the end, they all go around saying what they're leaving behind, because that was the whole purpose of Holy. And Toya says, fake ass bitches. And Quad was like, leave yourself behind then, bitch. And then Lisa Nicole.
Back to the bitches.
yeah, in front of the kids.
In front of the
Lisa
kids.
Nicole was like, Holy must not work for Black girls. And that's how it went off.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
But I can't think
Don't
of a better way
invite
to
them
end
around
it.
no kids. They can't do the kid thing.
That's so sad. Holy don't work for Black girls.
No.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Anila tried shit. Every time Anila tried to introduce them to her custom. But you know what though? I like that though. We didn't learn any of that from Mariah.
Well, I think Mariah wanted that allegedly, but apparently they didn't want to show that. But maybe if she wasn't like walking around trying to act like she was the queen of the show,
Right.
she would have been received better. And from what I understand, like we know Jackie don't like her.
No, she didn't.
And Mariah is one of those people that if she do something for you, she gonna constantly remind you that that she did it for you.
Like how she was doing Quad.
With Quad, like she didn't want to see Quad like grow. She wanted Quad to be Miss Quad underneath her.
Under her.
But Quad has this charisma that people, are attracted to. Like I said, I haven't enjoyed the show till she came back. When she came back, I was like, okay. It was entertaining.
Came back with all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I enjoy Heavenly. I think Heavenly is funny, but she's so mean though. Sometimes you'd be like, Heavenly,
sometimes it can be too much.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah. She was gonna get their ass some of her on that horse though, because she ain't start that shit with nobody. They did come after her. But that is our review of Married to Medicine, season 8, episode 12. We'll see you on our next review, Growing Up Hip Hop 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Guys, bye.
Bye.